The subtle yet profound impact of ultra-processed foods on hormonal health is a growing cause for alarm, largely because it operates in ways most people never anticipate. While it's obvious that the food we consume affects our energy levels and weight, fewer realize that the very packaging and chemical additives surrounding these foods can interfere directly with our body's hormonal systems. Endocrine disruption, a process where external substances mimic, block, or alter hormone signals, can throw the delicate balance of our physiology into chaos, affecting everything from metabolism and reproduction to mood regulation and immune function. Ultra-processed foods, laden not only with synthetic chemicals inside the product, but also contaminated by substances leaching from their packaging, are a significant source of these harmful endocrine disruptors. One of the most notorious offenders is bisphenol A, BPA, a chemical widely used in the lining of metal cans, plastic containers, and thermal paper receipts. BPA can leach into food and beverages stored or heated in these containers, especially when exposed to heat or acidic conditions. Once ingested, BPA mimics estrogen, a primary female hormone, but it can also disrupt androgen and thyroid hormone pathways. This mimicry confuses the body's hormonal communication, leading to a cascade of potential health issues. Studies have linked BPA exposure to early puberty, fertility problems, altered reproductive organ development, increased risk of hormone-sensitive cancers such as breast and prostate cancer, and metabolic disorders like obesity and diabetes. But BPA is just one piece of the puzzle. Many other chemicals used in food packaging, phthalates, parabens, and polyfluoroalkyl substances, PFAS, and flame retardants, also act as endocrine disruptors. These substances are often found in plastic wrappers, food storage containers, microwavable trays, and even nonstick coatings used in cookware. While regulatory agencies have set safety limits for these chemicals, emerging science suggests that even low-dose, chronic exposure, typical of modern diets dominated by ultra-processed foods, can produce measurable and harmful hormonal effects, especially during sensitive periods such as fetal development, infancy, and puberty. Inside the ultra-processed foods themselves, additives and artificial ingredients may also contribute to hormonal disruption. For example, certain synthetic dyes and preservatives have been shown to interfere with hormone receptors in laboratory studies. Additionally, the excessive sugar and unhealthy fats typical of these products can induce insulin resistance and alter leptin signaling, two hormones essential for appetite control, energy balance, and fat metabolism. Disruption of these hormonal pathways not only promotes weight gain and metabolic disease, but can also affect reproductive health and brain function. The cumulative impact of endocrine-disrupting chemicals, EDCs, from ultra-processed foods and their packaging is especially concerning because hormones regulate nearly every aspect of human biology. From controlling growth and development to managing stress responses and maintaining mood stability, hormones act like the body's internal messengers. When their signals are muddled or blocked, the effects can be widespread and unpredictable. Infertility rates are rising globally, childhood developmental disorders are increasing, and conditions like polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, thyroid disease, and certain cancers linked to hormonal imbalance are becoming more prevalent, all coinciding with a surge in ultra-processed food consumption and chemical exposure. Perhaps the most frightening aspect is the transgenerational effect. EDCs can affect not just those directly exposed, but also their offspring, potentially causing developmental abnormalities and increased disease susceptibility that persist through generations. This means the convenience and ubiquity of ultra-processed foods may be shaping not just our health, but the health of future populations, embedding hormonal vulnerabilities deep within our biology. Despite these mounting dangers, the food industry continues to rely heavily on packaging and additives containing these harmful chemicals, and regulatory oversight remains inconsistent and often lagging behind scientific evidence. The lack of transparent labeling means consumers are rarely informed about the presence of endocrine disruptors in the foods they eat. This gap leaves the public vulnerable to ongoing exposure without clear guidance on how to reduce risk. Addressing hormonal disruption linked to ultra-processed foods requires urgent, systemic change. Stronger regulations to limit or ban harmful chemicals in food packaging, increased funding for research into low-dose chronic exposure effects, and public education campaigns are critical. At the individual level, reducing reliance on ultra-processed foods, choosing fresh or minimally packaged options, avoiding heating food in plastic containers, and using safer storage methods can help minimize exposure. Ultimately, the hormonal chaos unleashed by ultra-processed foods and their packaging is a silent epidemic, one that compromises not only our physical health, but also reproductive capacity, mental well-being, and the health of future generations. The convenience these foods offer comes at a steep and often invisible cost, disrupting the very systems that keep our bodies functioning harmoniously. Without decisive action, we risk allowing these endocrine disruptors to erode human health in profound and lasting ways.